Yes.
cash money.
Yeah, okay, so the way I found this property, it was just by putting myself out there, guys, right? Talking to people, my coworkers, everybody that I come across. I'm into investing in properties. If you know anyone that might have a property for sale, and that's how this property came up, guys. One of my coworkers called me up one day. Hey, Ray, my uncle is selling a property in Pinion Hills, and his name is Rainier. Shout out to Rainier. He's works for Cisco. He's my coworker, right? So shout out to him for giving me this deal, guys. And I told his uncle, I got in touch with him, and I told him, let me go check it out. So I went and checked it out. There was two houses on the property. He was asking. He mentioned about 321,000, right? So this just goes to show you, just the list price or what they want to sell it for is just the number they're listing it for, or they're thinking it's worth, right? Now, I offered him because it was in bad shape, needed a new roof. It was built in 1944. I had to drop a lot of money to renovate this place. I offered him 128,000. He accepted, but he did say before he accepted, he said, "Man, Ray, I thought you were going to offer me 120,000." So honestly, I could have got it for less. I was kicking myself in the butt. Anyways,
Yes, wait till you see what he put in. This is where it becomes win-win, because on certain conditions, when you're hunting for a house, if you're in the game, there's going to be a lot of listings that say cash only buyers. Why? Because
Yes.
the house is not in a condition to where you can get a good loan, where you can get the loans you're hearing about for first-time home buyers and stuff like that.
Or even really get a solid appraisal on it.
And we will get into creative stuff, and if you got skills, how on with certain buyers in certain situations you actually can compete with certain cash deals, not only with programs but with being creative, all with which is perfectly fine. So get into, where were we? You offered 128.
yes, 128, and through escrow. So it was seller to buyer. We had no real estate agent involved, and through escrow you can let them know the terms, right? What you want. So I asked for closing costs, and he actually paid for my closing costs. And okay, so really quick, guys, $127,909. That was a total cost out the door for me to purchase this property, cash, because it wouldn't be able to have financing available, right? Because
Financing, appraisal, you name
it was in bad shape.
Yeah.
Now what I'm dropping into the property to renovate, what I'm spending on renovations is 140,000, guys, right?
More than what you bought it.
Yes, more than what. So all in, once I'm done renovating it, it's going to be 270,000 roughly is the total investment on this property. Now, aside from the two properties that it had already, I'm adding an additional unit, it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, to the front house and separating that completely. So out of the deal, I'm getting 3 units, right?
So your renovation, you took it from 2 to 3 units.
Adding value to this property, and I'm hoping that it praises for about around 600,000 at this point. I'm gonna refinance, and that's where I'm gonna come to you, Robert. You're my lender, and I'm gonna tell you, Robert, I have a property that I want to refinance. Right? I believe the value of this property is gonna be so much, 600,000. We're gonna get it appraised, and then we're gonna hopefully refinance 75% of the value of the property at that point. Correct?
Yep, that's Rich Dad Poor Dad. And why is
Boom.
the rates? Are the rates stopping you now? No, you need
No.
to replenish capital. You're about to, double and triple and get back in the game. Why? Because there's advantages of buying right now.
Check this out, Robert. Okay, after I rent out all the units, it's gonna be all rents added together equals to $5,500 a month, all 3 units. When I refinance that property, I'm planning to pull out 75%. Say I pull out 350,000, right? That's and I invested a total of 270,000. That's $80,000 above of what I invested. So I'm actually replenishing everything that I invested. Not only that, I'm pulling out an additional 80,000 to put in my bank so that I can go buy more properties. So that's the burst strategy.